So I'm a Bank of America and everybody's missing money. I'm also missing money over $1,300 and they're telling me to call customer service. And they keep hanging up on people. This another person here is also missing money. So we're trying to see what's going on. Money's missing today and we need our money. And they're already telling us to call customer service. And customer service ain't doing nothing about it. So just a heads up, if anybody's experiencing this, please let us know because this is not right. I'm missing $1,400 from my account, and they're telling me that there's no way they can help us. This guy's missing money too. This other person is missing money too. And you missing money too? There you go. So this is not something that's just one person. This is everybody's happening to them. And this is crazy. This is very crazy. Yes, Bank of America decided to take people's money without their consent. And we're asking what's going on, and they're giving us a runaround. Everybody for the same thing, man. Same thing.
Well, there you guys see it. Maybe that will be a wake-up call, for some people, because sometimes people just have to see it. Now, I've been talking about this for, 10 years now. And I think sometimes we can talk about it so much that people just kind of, get complacent. And it's kind of one of those things like, I always use the example, like if I'm standing in my house and I'm looking out the window and, two blocks down, I see that there's some kind of activity happening, but it's not happening at my house. It's not happening at my doorstep. That's how many people are today. Like they see, okay, like that's happening, but it's really not affecting me now. So no big deal. I just kind of get used to it. And so when we talk about, legislation that's being passed and things to look out for and watch out for, and this is why we're living in the end times, and this is why we got to be praying. A lot of people just kind of be looking like, really not affecting me right now. So, I'm just going to keep on going to work and, minding my business, keeping my head down. But here's, the ugly reality of what can happen. You see what this guy's saying in the video. He's like, look, we're telling them like we're missing money, and they're like, oh, just call customer service. And then you call customer service, and what happens? Nobody picks up, the phone is backed up, and then it doesn't even get addressed. So think about for a moment, if this was like an intentional thing, right? At some point, we're talking about the end times, and we've warned about how they want to do a cashless society, right? Take away the value of cash. They'll try to find some justification. They were talking about, because the pandemic, it spreads the virus. So we don't need to, have cash anymore. Make everything digital, because at the press of a button, we could wipe your account out. At the press of a button, we could lock your account. At the press of a button, you could be missing money and they say, hey, we don't know what you're talking about. And then they just run you through the loop. Well, call this person, and it never gets resolved. This is why we have to be aware. This is why we have to be praying, because people they be thinking like, oh, well, it's not going to happen to me. Look, people, some people waiting for the rapture, like, oh, we're not going to be here for persecution or nothing like that. So they just get kind of complacent. There's stuff that is happening right now that should be concerning. They were pushing the digital dollar very hard. What was it, 2 years ago? And then electric cars. I don't feel good about electric cars. You can tell me how you feel about it in the comments, but it's the same thing, right? If we can take your guns, if we can digitalize your money, make all the transportation electric, guess what? At the press of a button, or we can send out some kind of electronic signal, and boom, your car's not operating anymore. Total control. We shouldn't be, supporting that and moving towards that. That's always my point. When I see people like, they're like, oh, well, none of these politicians, are good. They're all bad. And what is it? One bird, the two wings of the same bird, or, stuff like that. People are saying, I'm like, but the reality is some people are pushing this stuff harder than others. We don't have to support them. We don't have to vote for them, because it's just like, they might make it seem like a good thing. Oh, we're trying to save the planet. We're destroying the planet. Electric car. But a lot of times their arguments make no sense if you actually do the research. So I'm done. I'm not going to make this a long video. You saw what happened. We can play the clip again for those of you who came in late to this live so you can see it. We'll end the video that way. And this is concerning. All right. You better be praying. You better be, make sure your relationship with God is tight, because what we do know is, no matter how crazy it gets, God is the source of our resources. We're not part of this world's economy in a sense, because you know what? God is the one that's going to take care of us. right? So no matter what happens, God is going to take care of. God is going to provide for his people. And that's what we have to put our hope in. All right. Go to www.marcusrogersministries.org if you want to support this ministry and what we're doing. Continue to stream Deeper Waters 2, the album on Spotify, Apple Music. I greatly appreciate it. For those of you who didn't see the clip, here it is. Check it out.
So I'm a Bank of America and everybody's missing money. I'm also missing money over $1,300 and they're telling me to call customer service. And they keep hanging up on people. This another person here is also missing money. So we're trying to see what's going on. Money's missing today and we need our money. And they're already telling us to call customer service. And customer service ain't doing nothing about it. So just a heads up, if anybody's experiencing this, please let us know because this is not right. I'm missing $1,400 from my account. And they're telling me that there's no way they can help us. This guy's missing money too. This other person is missing money too. And you missing money too? There you go. So this is not something that's just one person. This is everybody's happening to them. And this is crazy. This is very crazy. Yes, Bank of America decided to take people's money without their consent. And we're asking what's going on and they're giving us a runaround. Everybody for the same thing, man. Same thing.